With due permission of your Lordship, a farewell address to Honorable Mr. Justice Rumi Kumari Phukan and Honorable Mr. Justice Hitesh Kumar Sarma on the occasion of laying down of their Lordship's office will be held. For order of reference, may I call upon Mr. Bimal Chetri, Senior Vice President, Guwahati High Court Bar Association.
My Lord Justice, Rasmin Manor, China, Honorable Chief Justice, Honorable Judges, respected members of the Registry, Lord and members of the Bar Association, as well as the Advocates Association, my colleagues, my friends, and brothers and sisters. Today we have assembled here to bid farewell to Honorable Justice Mrs. Rumi Kumari Phukan and Honorable Justice Hitesh Kumar Sarma, who are going to step down from this office today on 30th June of 2022 after a long illustrious career. We are bidding goodbye to both of the my lords today, and a time has come for both of them to lead a different lifestyle with family and society. My Lord Justice Phukan, born on 1st of July 1960 at Jorhat, she passed BA Honours in Economics from JB College, Jorhat in the year 1981, and thereafter obtained BA degree from Postgraduate Training College, Jorhat in 1987, and also obtained LLB degree in 1987 itself from JB Law College, Jorhat. Justice Mrs. Phukan enrolled in the Bar Council of Assam in 1987 and started her practice at Jorhat District Court for a period of 1 year. Thereafter, she joined Assam Judicial Service on 1st of December 1998. And since then, she worked in different capacity like Chief Judicial Magistrate, Kamrup, Guwahati, District and Session Judge, Kamrup, Guwahati, Principal Judge, Family Court, Guwahati, Registrar Judicial, Registrar Administration, and Registrar General of Guwahati High Court, and later promoted to selection grade on 4th of December 2014 with effect from 11th of January 2013. Thereafter, she was transferred and posted as District and Session Judge, Dibrugarh. My Lord Mrs. Justice Phukan was elevated to bench as Additional Judge, Guwahati High Court on 7th of January 2015, and thereafter she became permanent judge on 6th of January 2019. My Lord Mrs. Justice Phukan's husband, namely Sri Sushil Kumar Sarma, was also a District and Session Judge and retired from service in December 2019 and presently settled in Guwahati at Krishnanagar. Justice Phukan is an amiable person in nature and an inspiration for all the members of the institution, particularly to lady members of the bar and among the staffs with whom she shared her positive thoughts and always had a helping hand in any event. She always responded promptly with her smiling face. Whenever Bar Association sought for a person, we all miss you after the vacation. Honorable Justice Hitesh Kumar Sarma was born on 1st of July 1960 at Patsala, Borpeta, Assam, and did his schooling in Bazali Higher Secondary and Multipurpose School, Patsala. He completed his graduation in arts from Bazali College, Patsala in the year 1981 and obtained LLB degree from JB Law College, Guwahati in the year 1985. My Lord Justice Sharma initially joined the legal practice at Borbeta District Bar, where he started his career. Later on, he was qualified for the Assam Judicial Service and joined as Judicial Magistrate at Tinsukia on 8th of December 1988. Subsequently, he joined as Deputy Registrar in the Guwahati on promotion. In the year 2005, he was posted as Chief Judicial Magistrate, Kamrup, Guwahati, and again promoted as Additional District and Session Judge in the year 2006 and posted at Kamrup, Guwahati. During the period from April 2007 to first week of February 2011, he worked as Registrar Judicial and as Registrar Administration as well as Registrar Vigilance in the Guwahati High Court. On transfer, he was posted as District and Session Judge, Sibsagar, thereafter also served as District and Session Judge, Gwalpara and Kamrup Metro. In June 2012, he was appointed as Registrar General of Guwahati High Court and then deputed to the Government of Assam as Legal Representation and Secretary, Judicial Department, Government of Assam in 2013. Thereafter, my Lord was posted as Special Judge CBI and NIA Assam. In the year 2015, he was posted as Registrar General of the Guwahati High Court till his elevation as Additional Judge Guwahati High Court in 2015 and continued to be the Registrar General till his elevation as Additional Judge Guwahati High Court. Accordingly, on 1905, thereafter my Lord became permanent judge with effect from 25/4/2019. During the period from 2013 to 2016, he was the President of Assam Judicial Service Officers Association. My Lord Justice Mrs. Phukan and Justice Sharma, in the long 7 years tenure as judges of Guwahati High Court, have successfully completed their innings, and members of the Bar Association always remain indebted for your good deeds and behaviors and cordial relation with the members of the bar. We hope that in each and every occasions of the Bar Association request and invitation, you will be always there to encourage and guide the young bar members with your valuable words and advice. We are here like one family members, but the time has reached us. We will miss both of you from today onwards as judge of this Honorable High Court. I, for myself and on behalf of Guwahati High Court Bar Association, bid farewell to both of you. Though it is a painful moment, but we are under the system where a routine has to follow in such every steps of our life. Of good days will ring the bell again in near future. We wish and convey our deep regard to you both and pray Almighty for your good health and to lead a happy life ahead. May Ma Kamakya bestow her blessings upon you. From today onwards, a new journey will begin with new hopes, new assignments, and also time with your family members. Thank you, both my lords, for your love, affection, kindness, and blessing to the members of this bar, which will remain imprinted in our hearts forever. Thank you.
Mr. Spectator Mata, President, Guwahati High Court Advocates Association.
Honorable Chief Justice, Honorable Judges present, Honorable Mrs. Justice Rumi Kumari Phukan, Honorable Mr. Justice Hitesh Kumar Sarma, respected members of the registry, my esteemed senior members and colleagues of the bar, ladies and gentlemen present. We assemble here today to bid farewell to Mrs. Justice Rumi Kumari Phukan and Mr. Justice Hitesh Kumar Sarma, who have attained the age of superannuation. Mrs. Justice Rumi Kumari Phukan had her LLB degree in 1987, followed by Bachelor of Education degree. Joining the Assam Judicial Service in 1988, Mrs. Justice Phukan had the opportunity to serve in the districts as district judge, in the family court as principal judge, and also the registry as its registrar general. Mrs. Justice Phukan was elevated to the Honorable High Court as additional judge in 2015 and later to become a permanent judge. As a lady judge, your lordship was known to be very judicious and kind while adjudicating cases, especially when an aggrieved party happened to be from the weaker sections of the society. Your lordship obtaining the Bachelor of Education degree earlier is an indication of your love for education. The characteristic which is said to make a person more human while dealing with people in distress. Your lordship, you might have enjoyed the life throughout the days of your judicial assignment, with your scholarly knowledge in law as well as in other areas of learning. Demeting the high judicial office is going to be your lordship's entry point to the other areas of your love. Maybe the literary field, with ample opportunity to be more social in your lordship's day-to-day life. I, on behalf of the Guwahati High Court Advocates Association, convey my best wishes to your lordship and other family members a very good health and a happy life in the years to come. We are also going to bid farewell to Honorable Mr. Justice Hitesh Kumar Sarma. Born in Patsala in Lower Assam, Justice Sharma had a brilliant academic career in his early days. Graduated with a law degree in 1985. He soon after cleared the Assam Judicial Service and joined the judiciary at Tinsukia in 1988. Besides having served as district and sessions judge in districts including Kamrup Metro District, he had the important assignments of Special Judge of CBI and National Investigating Agency. Justice Sharma also held the post of Registrar General of Guwahati High Court before his elevation to the Honorable High Court as an additional judge in 2017, later to become a permanent judge. His lordship had adjudicated upon many cases that were laid before his court and pronounced most judicious judgments during his tenure. Your lordship, it is a great opportunity to become a judge of the High Court. As justice flows from the judge's pain, there is divine pleasure in judgeship. No doubt, it is a sad occasion to demit an office after holding on to it for a long period. But at the same time, there is a joy to be free from the restrictions of rules and regulations a judge is to follow. After retirement, your lordship will feel free to enjoy a relaxed life, giving active company to your family members. Moreover, your lordship's lifelong experience will help in serving the society in many ways in the days ahead. I, on behalf of the Guwahati High Court Advocates Association, extend my best wishes to your lordship and your family members. Let the Almighty grant a good health and a healthy mind to your Lordship. Thank you.
Mr. Gajanan Sahewala, Chairman of Bar Council of Assam, Nagaland, Mizoram, Arunachal Pradesh and Sikkim.
Honorable Chief Justice, other honorable judges, including Honorable Mr. Justice Rumi Kumari Phukan and Honorable Mr. Justice Hitesh Kumar Sarma, their family members, members of the registry, my friends in the bar. Today we have gathered here to bid affectionate farewell to Honorable Mr. Justice Rumi Kumari Phukan and Honorable Mr. Justice Hitesh Kumar Sarma, who has been with us for a meaningful tenure of more than 7 years and 5 years. Justice Phukan was born at Johat and passed BA from Judicial College and LLB from Johat College. And for a brief tenure, she practiced in Johat. She also obtained BA. Thereafter, she joined the Judicial service. After she served as the capacity of Chief Judicial Magistrate, District and Session Judge, Principal Judge, Family Court, Registrar Judicial, Registrar Administration, Registrar General, and promoted to selection grade with effect from 11/1/13. Lastly, she worked as a District and Session Judge. Therefrom, she was promoted to what I got as a Additional Judge on 7/1/15, and she became permanent judge with effect from 6/1/19. Justice Honorable Justice Hitesh Kumar Sarma was born at Patsala and did his schooling there and completed graduation from Bajali College, and thereafter she obtained LLB degree from JB Law College, Guwahati, in the year 1985. She also practiced corpora for some period and thereafter joined Assam Judicial Service as Judicial Magistrate in Sukia in 1988. She held actually all the posts of this High Court, this first Deputy Registrar, then Registrar Judicial, Registrar Administration, Registrar Vigilance, Registrar General. In the meantime, he held the post of District and Session Judge, Kamrup Guwahati, as well as some other places also. And he held an important post of Special Judge, CBI and NIA in the year 2015. He was appointed as the Additional Judge of Guwahati High Court in 1970. Both the judges delivered several judgments on criminal matters on the bench, displaying their deep erudition, and those judgments are reported in many journals. It is said that the judge must have the grace to hear patiently, to consider diligently, and to understand rightly, and to decide justly with a sense of humility. Both the judges are more than meeting the test. On my personal front, I came in contact with both the judges while they were in the District Judiciary and Registrar General of the Sunur Court, and both have vast experience on judicial as well as the administrative side. Both the judges helped the junior members of the bar, and all the juniors never hesitated to appear before him. Retirement marks the end of working of someone else and beginning of living for oneself. I hope the best is yet to come. My lords, retirement is a blank sheet of paper. It is a chance to redesign your life into something new and different. As retirement is not the end of the road, it is the beginning of the open road. I extend my best wishes to both the judges and congratulate their family members. I, on behalf of myself and on behalf of the members of the Bar Council of Assam, Nagaland, Mizoram, Arunachal Pradesh and Sikkim, wish both the judges continued good health, a long life and good luck in their future pursuits. I end by quoting Richard Park, an American writer. Don't be dismayed at goodbye. A farewell is necessary before you can meet again. And meeting again after moments or lifetimes is certain for those who are praised. Farewell to Justice, Honorable Justice Mr. Rumi Kumari Phukan and Honorable Justice Hitesh Kumar Sarma, but we shall miss you as sitting judges also. Thank you.
Mr. Dilip Mazumdar, Additional Advocate General, Assam.
Honorable Chief Justice, Honorable Judges of Guwahati High Court, Senior Vice President, Guwahati High Court Bar Association, Learned Additional Advocate General Mizoram, Learned Additional Advocate General Arunachal Pradesh, Learned Chairman, Indian Bar Council, Learned Assistant Solicitor General of India, Learned Government Advocate Nagaland, and Learned Standing Counsel for the Guwahati High Court and members of the registry, and my esteemed colleagues at the bar. Today we have assembled here to bid adieu to Honorable Justice Rumi Kumari Phukan and Justice Hitesh Kumar Sarma. Mrs. Justice Rumi Kumari Phukan was born in Jorhat on 19/7/1960. Did her schooling in Jorhat, Assam. Obtained law degree in 1987 from Jorhat Law College. She got her enrolled in the Bar Council of Assam in 1987 and practiced at the Jorhat District Bar Court for a year. In 1988, she joined the Assam Judicial Service. She has worked in different capacities, including as a principal judge at the Family Court Guwahati, Registered Judicial, Registered Administration, Registrar General of Guwahati High Court. She was elevated to the bench in January 2015. As a judge of the court, she has rendered several landmark judgments in various fields of law. One such judgment is on the interpretation of and the underlying purpose behind the provisions of Section 125 CRPC, reported in 2022 SCC Online Guwahati 820 Bulbuli Saikia versus Jadhav Saikia. It has been held therein that an agreement by the wife to waive her right to claim maintenance would be not only opposed to public policy but also a void agreement. Therefore, statutory right of a wife to maintenance cannot be bartered or done away with or negated by the husband by setting up an agreement to the contrary. Apart from the above, there is another significant facet of her lordship which deserves special mention. That is the calm and composed manner in which the proceedings of the court are conducted by her lordship. The members of bar are left with a definite impression that such a temperament leaves behind a trail of propensity, particularly for the young lawyers for adopting the same as one of the several dimensions of etiquette of a noble profession like ours. Honorable Justice Hitesh Kumar Sarma was born on 1st of July 1960 at Pathshala, Assam. His lordship did schooling in Bajali, Pathshala, obtained LLB from JV Law College, Guwahati in the year 1985. In 1988, Honorable Justice Sharma joined the Assam Judicial Service as Judicial Magistrate at Tinsukia. He joined the Guwahati High Court, Guwahati as Deputy Registrar in the year 2005. He was posted as Chief Judicial Magistrate, Kanpur, Guwahati. Promoted as Additional Session Registrar and Session Judge FTC in the year 2006. From April 2007 to first week of February 2011, worked in Guwahati High Court as Registrar Judicial, Registrar Administration, and as Registrar Vigilance. In June 2012, he was appointed as Registrar General of Guwahati High Court and then Deputy to the Government of Assam as a legal counsel and Secretary, Judicial Department, Government of Assam. He was appointed as an additional judge, Guwahati High Court on 19/5/2017, to be followed by his appointment as a permanent judge thereafter. Honorable Justice Sharma has undoubtedly shown his extraordinary knowledge in criminal law by writing innumerable judgments on various issues. One such judgment is reported in 2020, Volume 1 GLT, page 122, Jai Kishan Sharma versus Union of India, wherein it was held that an order of framing charge under the scheme of NIA Act 2008 is an interlocutory order and no appeal lies therefrom, and therefore this order does not either terminate the proceeding or finally decide the rights of the parties, being an interlocutory order only. Observing thus, your Lordship was pleased to dismiss the appeal filed under Section 21 of the National Investigation Agency Act 2008. While dismissing the appeal, your Lordship was further pleased to hold that Section 21 of the NIA Act 2008 outs the applicability of Code of Criminal Procedure and therefore Section 482 of the CRPC is also not applicable in a matter pertaining to NIA Act 2008. My Lord Justice Sharma has shown profound versatility on variety of subjects of law, particularly on the criminal side. but the members of the bar are most impressed by another feature of your Lordship's judgeship attitude. That is, during the later part of his Lordship's career, while taking up civil bench number 1, his Lordship might have made some frank comments about self-assessment, but has actually emerged from the manner of disposal or dealing with the civil litigations in this way is that there are yet some untrodden ways which need to be explored for adopting techniques of early disposal of cases suitable to modern times. This is called nothing but sheer creativity. We are grateful for this pioneering feat. From tomorrow, their Lordships would not be seen here as a judge, but their contribution to the judiciary and the impression created by them in our mind linger. I, on behalf of myself and on behalf of the state of Assam, pray to the Almighty for a healthy, happy and long life with more assignments and activities that would benefit the judicial sky in a particular and society in general.
Mr. Diganta Das, Advocate General, Mizoram.
To the Honorable Chief Justice and the judges of this Honorable Court, my senior colleagues, members of the history and my friends at the bar. My Lord has come directly here and sat over here as a Chief Justice. But I have got an experience and sitting over that court. I remember distinctly one of a judge who retired. Not retired, he was elevated as judge of Supreme Court, he was Chief Justice. He used to say, very distinctly he used to say, that judges will come and go, but we will always be there in the High Court. I remember that word. That we will come and go, but you will always remain as a lawyer. That was a particular judge, a Chief Justice, who was elevated as judge of the Supreme Court. My Lord, before elevation of your Lordship, as a judge, Srimati Justice Rumi Phukan served as district and session judge in Guwahati. I attended more than my Lord Court of Justice of Justice Phukan's husband, Judicial Sharma, as a civil judge senior division number 3. I appeared number of cases. I appeared before your Lordship some cases, but more with Justice with Judicial Sharma when he was civil judge senior division number 3. Your Lordship was the Registrar General of this High Court. Thereafter, your Lordship was elevated as an additional judge on 7/1/2015 and became a permanent judge with effect from 6/1/2019. I have had several occasions to appear before your Lordship, even before elevation to the High Court as a judge. During tenure as your Lordship as a judge, I appeared in several matters in High Court, in criminal side. Lordship has held the fort of criminal side of our High Court for a considerably long time. Your Lordship is meticulous in your approach and well versed with criminal jurisprudence. Your Lordship is very particular in bail matters and gets even more particular in white collar offence. It's very, very tough to get bail matters before Honorable Justice Phukan when white collar offence comes. Very, very lighter note, I used to say, my Lord, once I met and I said, then your Lordship is not granting bail. No, whenever you appear with some of the senior counsel, I am very more cautious. More cautious of high stake matters, so we have to be more cautious. White collar offences, my Lord, is very particular. I have appeared number of cases in white collar offence concerned. Even I have seen in a matter when second bail application is being moved, and if you can show that there is a case, then my Lord will not hesitate in granting it. I, on behalf of myself and the people and the state of Mizoram, wished your Lordship all the very best for future endeavour. My Lord, Honourable Justice Hitesh Sharma, I knew very well, not as a judge of this High Court, as a district and session judge also. I appeared one of the case with one of the senior counsel, Mr. Milon Mukherjee, in an arbitration proceeding. Your Lordship was deciding that particular case, arbitration matter. There is a big matter which was there before your Lordship, session as a district and session judge. Lordship was elevated as a High Court judge. Before that, your Lordship was holding the post of Registrar General of this court. I think your Lordship was in the own court, where Lordship was holding the post of Registrar General. Thereafter, your Lordship was elevated as a High Court judge. I remember your Lordship was elevated as the High Court judge, and first matter, as a judge, your Lordship sat in the old court, and I appeared in one matter that was under 482, and I thought that it will be very tough because your Lordship has come from a district and session judge. How I will convince your Lordship? That was under 482. Your Lordship has heard this matter, but very lighter note, your Lordship has dismissed my application. 482. I remember that was a case from Mohol that was moved before your Lordship, but ultimately your Lordship has heard it. Exclusively it was heard. Only judgments was placed, but ultimately your Lordship has dismissed the matter. They said, no, you go before the trial court. While trial courts are there, why you have come under 482? Ultimately it was dismissed. Several matters I appeared. Your Lordship was very witty and had very good sense of humor. My Lord was very firm in decision, very strict in POSCO matters. But I appeared before Lordship Hitesh Sharma last in Arunachal Pradesh. That was in the month of December 2019. Then I didn't have the occasion to appear. Why? But one matter, that was my Lord was sitting with Honorable Justice P.K. Dekar. He retired as a judge of High Court. Then the matter was over. Then my Lord called me and said that my daughter has come from Delhi, so you should keep my daughter with you. Then I told one condition I can keep: I will never appear before your Lordship's court. I will never enter into your court also. From that day onward, her daughter is here, Rishita is here. She was with me till 2019, December. She got married, and thereafter, I think 2020, she joined me in 2020. She got married in 2021, December, 13th of December. Then I was free. I thought that I will, then my colleague said, now there is no bar, you can go and practice in Honorable Justice S.K. Sharma's court. I remember one of my counsel, he engaged me in one of the matter, and the matter was listed before Honorable Justice S.K. Sharma. Then I was appearing in another court. Then the lawyer, my colleague went and mentioned it before Honorable Justice Sharma that my senior is on legs, so pass over for the matter. I remember the counsel said, Mr. Sharma said, Honorable Justice Sharma said, are you sure that Mr. Das will appear in my court? And then he said, there is no bar, your daughter has got married and she is shifted to Delhi. My Lord, thereafter I came back to his court and I told Honorable Justice Sharma that sorry, I am not appearing in your court. I will not appear till you retire. So that relation we had, and I didn't have the occasion of appearing before Honorable Justice Sharma till 2019. We will miss you a lot because last my occasion to appear before your Lordship was 2019 December. My Lord has great command over criminal jurisprudence. His Lordship command and understanding of special act like MDBS, PMLA, POSCO, etc. was commanded. The number of hours and years of hard work His Lordship spent in trial court is evident from His Lordship's ability to grasp complicated criminal matter in minutes, then pass appropriate orders. His Lordship just like Honorable Justice Srimati Phukan held the fort of criminal side of our High Court, and with both retiring, laying down their office today together is a great loss for this High Court. I, on behalf of myself and the people of the state of Mizoram, wish Justice Hitesh Sharma all the very best for future endeavors. I wish his Lordship and his family all the very best and wish them a very happy and healthy future ahead.
Mr. V.D. Goswami, Additional Advocate General, Arunachal Pradesh.
Honorable Chief Justice, Guwahati High Court, and other honorable judges of this honorable court, Honorable Mrs. Justice Rumi Kumari Phukan, Honorable Mr. Justice Hitesh Kumar Sarma, respected members from the registry, respected Senior Vice President of the Guwahati High Court Bar Association and President of Guwahati High Court Advocates Association, respected Chairman of the NE Bar Council, respected senior members of this bar, my colleagues and ladies and gentlemen present in this august gathering. We are here to bid adieu to two of the very distinguished judges of this High Court today, Honorable Mrs. Justice Rumi Kumari Phukan and Honorable Mr. Justice Hitesh Kumar Sarma, who are going to retire from service today at the end of their illustrious careers. Honorable Mrs. Justice Rumi Kumari Phukan passed BA with Honours in Economics from JB College, Jorhat in the year 1981, passed LLB degree from Jorhat Law College in the year 1987, and obtained B.Ed degree from Postgraduate Training College, Jorhat the same year. Justice Phukan enrolled herself in the Bar Council of Assam in 1987 and started practice in the Jorhat District Court for a period of 1 year. She had joined the Assam Judicial Service on 1st of December 1988 and since then worked in various capacities like Chief Judicial Magistrate, Kamrup, Guwahati, District and Session Judge, Kamrup, Guwahati, Principal Judge, Family Court, Guwahati, Registrar Judicial, Registrar Administration, and as Registrar General of Guwahati High Court, and got promoted to selection grade on 4th December 2014. She had last worked as District and Session Judge, Dibrugarh, before being elevated to the bench of Additional Judge, Guwahati High Court on 7th of January 2015. Justice Phukan became a permanent judge with effect from 6th of January 2009. Honorable Mrs. Justice Rumi Kumari Phukan has a very lively personality and exuded warmth and grace wherever she carried herself. She endeared the members of the bar, irrespective of their standing in the bar, with her gracious disposition and quick dispensation of justice. She has been a very calm and patient judge who dispenses justice with equal effort. Honorable Mr. Justice Hitesh Kumar Sarma was born at Patsala, Assam and did his schooling in Bojali Higher Secondary MP School, Patsala. Passed BA from Bojali College in the year 1981 and did LLB from JV Law College, Guwahati in the year 1985. Honorable Justice Sharma initially practiced in the district bar at Borpeta for some time prior to joining the Assam Judicial Service as Judicial Magistrate at Tinsukia on 8th of December 1988. Justice Sharma joined as Deputy Registrar, Guwahati High Court, Guwahati on promotion. Thereafter, he was posted as Chief Judicial Magistrate, Kamrup at Guwahati in 2005. Was promoted as Additional District and Session Judge, Fast Track, Kamrup, Guwahati in 2006. Justice Sharma worked as Registrar Judicial, Registrar Administration, Registrar Vigilance during the period from April 2007 to first week of February 2011. Thereafter, he was posted to Sibsagar as District Judge on transfer, District and Session Judge, Valpara, and thereafter District and Session Judge, Kamrup, Metro. In June 2012, Justice Sharma was appointed as Registrar General of Guwahati High Court and then was deputed to the state of Assam as Legal Remembrancer and Secretary Judicial Department. Justice Sharma was thereafter posted as Special Judge, CBI and NI. Assam only to come back as Registrar General of this High Court in 2015. Justice Sharma continued to be the Registrar General till his elevation as Additional Judge, Guwahati High Court on 19th of May 2017. He became a permanent judge with effect from 25th of April 2019. Justice Sharma also decorated the chair of the President of the Assam Judicial Service Officers Association. Justice H.K. Sharma is another stalwart of our judiciary, before whom the members of the bar love to appear, irrespective of their age and experience in the bar. This is particularly for the straight and to-the-point kind of attitude of Justice Sharma, who expressed openly whatever goes on in his mind while deciding any matter, which made it easier for the lawyers standing in front to place their submissions. Justice Sharma also highly valued judicial time and was never seen slowing down while going about in his work inside the court. It appears we are going to miss these two wonderfully talented judges of this honorable court from today. But their good work and also their landmark judgments will never be forgotten, and they will continue to inspire us in the days to come. We also hope that they will get suitably engaged in post-retirement work so that they can continue to share their knowledge and experience of law for the betterment of society. I, on behalf of the government of Arunachal Pradesh and also on my personal behalf, express our gratefulness for the excellent service rendered by both the honorable judges and pray to God to bestow good health upon both of them so that they can continue their good work and be useful to the society and live a very successful life. Thank you.
Mr. Ranjit Kumar Chaudhary, Assistant Solicitor General of India.
Honorable Chief Justice, Guwahati High Court, Honorable Mr. Justice Rumi Kumari Phukan, Honorable Justice Mr. H.K. Sharma, Honorable Judges, members of the registry, senior advocates, my colleagues in the bar, ladies and gentlemen. We assembled here today to bid adieu to two great judges of this honorable court, namely Honorable Justice Rumi Kumari Phukan, Honorable Justice Hitesh Kumar Sarma. I really feel very privileged to stand here today to speak a few words, because the hall which I see today, everybody I'm sure would like to say something. But from all of them, I am one who has got this opportunity to speak. While I was entering this courtroom, I was trying to find a seat for myself. And all seats were full. I thought there must be something out there. It's not that we have such a packed hall every time. Not long ago, there was somebody on the bench who perhaps might not have got a farewell. But today, I see people are standing here. This is because of the respect earned by the honorable judges. And the respect has to be mutual. It comes from both ways. The love and affection of the advocates of this honorable court is showing today. Today I remember one particular case which I would say is a thread running between former Honorable Justice prior to Honorable Justice Rumi Kumari Phukan. She was there. Then Justice Hitesh Kumar Sarma. It's an arbitration matter in which I appeared before Honorable Justice Indira Shah in the district court. It was a matter relating to NHPC, I remember. And there was a whole team behind to watch the proceedings, and I was under tremendous pressure. Honorable Justice Indira Shah held it for a whole day. It was fixed for the argument of the other side. another particular day. And she got elevated to the High Court. Then Honorable Justice Rumi Kumari Phukan was the then district judge. It again started from zero. I argued for one whole day. It was fixed for the argument for the other side another day. She was elevated to the High Court. Then Justice Hitesh Sharma came. He was the district judge. And he also became elevated to the Honorable High Court. I said, anybody who takes up this matter is elevated to the High Court. While arguing the matter before Honorable Justice Sharma, as he was a district judge at that point of time, I remember he told me on the first day itself, I am going to give you half an hour. You have got to finish your arguments. I said, Your Honor, I cannot do it in half an hour. And my whole executive team was sitting behind me. That was another kind of pressure on me. He said, all right, 1 hour. Somehow I squeezed in 3 hours. Now, a trait amongst others of a good judge is undoubtedly good communication skills. The communication skills does not necessarily mean how he would write a judgment or how he would conduct himself while taking up the case. It is also the ability to listen to the other side. I am aware that due to the immense pressure of the cases, the judges go through the briefs at home. Even the advocates prepare their own cases. And sometimes it so happens, when a judge goes through a brief before taking up the case itself, he sometimes develops a preconceived notion that this case will be like this. And that at times would create some difficulty for the counsel because he might have prepared the case in another manner. That is why the communication skill, more particularly the ability to listen, the adaptability, the openness, that would make a great judge. It is not that only when a law is set in motion in a particular manner that would be benefiting the society. It is something more than that. The statute says one thing, but how it has to be interpreted, that will have a long-term effect on the society. That has to be in the mind of the judge. And your lordships have displayed great ability in disposing of the cases, keeping in regard all those aspects. The love and affection of the bar, the advocates, is to a great extent because of your lordships' ability to listen to them. The respect that is coming from both sides. That is why this is the point. I'm sure after your lordship's retirement, your lordship will have a very fruitful innings post-retirement. And as I was indicating Justice Sharma yesterday, the books which your lordships can go through, which your lordship did not have the time to go through in all these years. All these years it was law, but there is something more than that. Now your lordship would have enough time to devote yourselves to all those things in life. I wish your lordships a very good life, happy life, along with your family post-retirement. I, on behalf of the Union of India and myself. Wish your lordships all the best.
Ms. M. K. Government Advocate, Nagaland.
Honorable Chief Justice, Honorable Judges, esteemed senior members of the Bar, member of the Registry and of the High Court, and my dear fellow colleagues of this Bar. We are gathered here to bid farewell to two of our esteemed judges, Justice Rumi Kumari Phukan and Justice Hitesh Kumar Sarma, as they be debating office in a bit today. Justice Rumi Kumari Phukan has been with us since 2015 and Justice Hitesh Kumar Sarma since 2017. And during this span of time, through their simplicity has endeared all of us. Parting is always emotional, and much more when it is of beloved persons who has been a part of our daily life over a period of years. We will be missing that ever-smiling face, greeting us every morning as your lordships enter the court rooms. Justice Rumi Kumari Phukan enrolled in the Bar Council of Assam in 1987 and practiced at the Jorhat District Court. In 1988, he joined the Assam Judicial Service and worked in different capacities till her elevation as an additional judge on January 2015 and was made permanent judge of Guwahati High Court on 15/1/2019. Justice Hitesh Kumar Sarma passes LLB from JB Law College, Guwahati in the year 1985. Justice Hitesh Kumar Sarma worked as a judicial magistrate at Tinsukia. Thereafter, in the year 1988, he joined the legal practice at Barpeta District Court. Justice Hitesh Kumar Sarma served in various capacities till his elevation as additional judge, Guwahati High Court on 19/5/2017. Just as one of the former speaker has already said, a farewell is necessary before you can meet again. And on this note, I personally and on behalf of the state of Nagaland and the people of Nagaland, wish your lordships a very healthy and happy post-retirement life.
Mr. H.K. Das, Tenure Counsel, Guwahati High Court, Guwahati.
Rumi Kumari Phukan, Honorable Justice Hitesh Kumar Sarma, and other honorable judges, members of the registry, my esteemed seniors, colleagues, brothers and sisters. Today we have assembled here to bid farewell to Honorable Justice Rumi Kumari Phukan and Honorable Justice H.K. Sharma, who have served as the justice of this sacred institute for more than 7 years and 5 years respectively, till laying down their office today. These proceedings are meant to share honors and thoughts on meaningful judicial theories, appreciate career, share words of goodwill, best wishes, and express gratitude on behalf of the Guwahati High Court and Registry of this Honorable Court, who desire to say something on the steadiness, humility, integrity, hard-working, fairness, and uprightness of the Honorable Judges. My Lord Justice Phukan was born at Jorhat, became a law graduate in the year 1987 from Jorhat Law College, joined Bar in the same year, and became part of Assam Judicial Service in the year 1988. Be it in judicial service or in the registry of this Honorable Court, holding different posts prior to elevation as a judge, the contribution of my Lord Justice Phukan is uncountable. Finally, my Lord Justice Phukan became additional judge on 7/1/2015 and thereafter permanent judge on 6/1/2019. My Lord Justice Sharma was born at Patsala, became law graduate in the year 1985 from JB Law College, Guwahati, and started his practice at Barpeta District Bar. My Lord joined Assam Judicial Service in the year 1988 and thereafter no looking back, followed by an illustrious judicial service. My Lord's contribution to the registry of this Honorable Court prior to elevation as additional judge of this court on 19/5/2017, while holding different posts, will always be remembered. Finally, my Lord became permanent judge on 25/4/2019. In the course of judicial career so far, my Lord Justice Phukan and Justice Sharma have delivered several landmark judgments and decisions in many areas of our substantive and procedural law. Through industry, patience, sound knowledge of law, and fairness in conduct of cases of Honorable Justice Phukan and Justice Sharma, the trust that people repose in our judicial system has been greatly enhanced. Every lawyer who appeared before your lordships always felt at home and never felt uneasy. It is due to hard-working, diligence, adhering to the professional ethics and capacity of Honorable Justice Phukan and Justice Sharma to work strenuously that has gained the trust of members of the bar who feel them as one of their own. Lordships always conveyed and implemented access to fast, inexpensive and expeditious justice, which is the basic human rights. While summing up today, as we bid farewell from this honorable court, please accept our best wishes and pray our Almighty God to grant longevity, good health and happiness, and active and fulfilling next chapter. I, on behalf of the Guwahati High Court and Registry, wish all the best to the Honorable Justice Phukan and Justice Sharma. May the Almighty God continue to shower blessings for the rest of their lives.
May we now have the honor of reference by His Lordship, Honorable the Chief Justice.
My esteemed colleagues on the bench, Mr. Bhiman Shetri, Senior Vice President, Guwahati High Court Bar Association, Mr. Satyadhar Bhakat, President, Guwahati High Court Advocates Association, Mr. G. N. Saiwala, Chairman, Bar Council of Assam, Nagaland, Mizoram, Arunachal Pradesh and Sikkim, Mr. Dilip Mazmuda, Additional Advocate General Assam, Mr. Bidanta Das, Advocate General Mizoram, Mr. B. D. Goswami, Additional Advocate General Arunachal Pradesh, Mr. R. K. Dev Chaudhary, Assistant Solicitor General of India, Mrs. M. Kechi, Government Advocate Nagaland, Mr. H. K. Das, Standing Counsel, Guwahati High Court, learned senior advocates, members of the legal fraternity, members of the registry, and distinguished ladies and gentlemen. Today we have assembled here to bid farewell to Justice Rumi Kumari Phukan and Justice Hitesh Kumar Sarma, who are to demit their office today. Parting of association in life of everyone, whether it is of short duration or long, is always painful, regardless of the cause which results in parting. It makes one emotional, but is indeed inevitable in everyone's life. Today's parting also has the same feeling in our mind and heart for Justice Phukan and Justice Sharma, because from tomorrow we will be missing their association, which we had been enjoying every day till date. As I have joined recently, I cannot possibly claim any personal proximity with Justice Phukan and Justice Sharma of long duration. However, even a duration of few days is long enough to assess and appraise an individual. Later in course of time, I came to know about the exceptional qualities of Justice Phukan and Justice Sharma and their judgments, which were rendered more particularly in criminal side. I am sure both Justice Phukan and Justice Sharma always had a striking impact on the members of the bar as well as to the brother and sister judges of the bench because of their in-depth knowledge of law and loving attitude to others. Their judgments are highly appreciated by members of the bar as well as by litigant public for clarity of thoughts and lucidity. Born on 1st July 1960 at Jorat, Justice Phukan passed BA Honours in Economics from JB College, Jorat in the year 1981 and later obtained LLB degree from Jorat Law College in the year 1987 and also BA degree from Postgraduate Training College at Jorat in 1987. Justice Phukan enrolled herself in the Bar Council of Assam in 1987 and started practicing at Jorat District Court for a period of 1 year. Later, Justice Phukan joined Assam Judicial Service on 1st of December 1988 and then worked in different capacities like Chief Judicial Magistrate Kamrup, Guwahati District and Sessions Judge Kamrup, Guwahati Principal Family Judge Family Court Guwahati, Registrar Judicial, Registrar Administration and Registrar General of Guwahati High Court and was promoted to the selection grade on 4th of December 2014 with effect from 11th of January 2013. Before her elevation to the bench on 7/1/2015, Justice Phukan served as a district and session judge Dibrugarh and became permanent judge with effect from 6th of January 2019. Justice Hitesh Kumar Sarma was born on 1st July 1960 at Pathsala, Assam. After completing his schooling from Balaji HSN MP School, Pathsala, he completed his graduation in arts from Balaji College, Pathsala in the year 1981 and obtained LLB from JB College, Guwahati in the year 1985. Prior to joining Assam Judicial Service on 8/12/1988, Justice Sharma initially started his legal journey by joining Barpeta District Bar. Justice Sharma served in various capacities in judicial side as well as in administrative side of the High Court. He served as Chief Judicial Magistrate Kamrup Metro, Additional District and Sessions Judge FTC, Kamrup Metro, District Judge Sivsagar, District Judge Golpara and Kamrup Metro. Justice Sharma also served as Legal Remembrance and Secretary to the Judicial Department, Government of Assam, and thereafter posted as Special Judge CBI and NI, Assam. Justice Sharma served in the Registry of the High Court in different capacities as Deputy Registrar, Registrar Judicial, Registrar Administration, Registrar Vigilance and Registrar General till his elevation as Additional Judge of the Guwahati High Court from 19/5/2017 and became permanent judge with effect from 25/4/2019. Justice Phukan and Justice Sarma, I am told, have given their opinions on a variety of branches of law, but particularly in criminal law. I am also told that both Justice Phukan and Justice Sarma is an extremely good impression amongst the members of the bar. Their friendly and composed nature are well known among the brothers and sisters judges as well. With the retirement of Justice Phukan and Justice Sharma, we will have a void which will be difficult to fill as they have been dealing with most of the important criminal benches in the High Court for a long time. In any case, we shall continue to seek Justice Phukan's and Justice Sharma's sagacious advice in future for the sake of the institution to which we all belong. Both Justice Phukan and Sharma fully deserve the praise showered upon them by learned members of the bar. Indeed, Guwahati High Court will be deprived of valuable services of such seasoned and matured judges in near future. I am sure my colleagues on the bench would agree with me that we are going to miss Justice Phukan and Justice Sharma a lot in weeks and months ahead. I, on my own behalf and on behalf of my esteemed colleagues of the bench, wish Justice Phukan and Justice Sharma good health, success and a very long life. And I end with a quote by Johnny Easton West, an American writer. Quote, I quote, "Don't act your age in retirement. Act like the inner young person you have always been." Unquote. Thank you very much.
Now, may we have the honor of a reply by Honorable Mr. Justice Rumi Kumari Phukan.
Honorable Chief Justice, Honorable Hitesh Chief, Honorable Justice L.S. Jamir, Honorable Justice Mr. M.R. Patel, Michael Nathankumar, Justice Suman Sham, and all other esteemed brothers and sisters, judges, members of the bar, members of the registry, all employees of the esteemed institution, and esteemed guests and others present here. As it is said, bidding farewell is really difficult for us, being an emotional moment of life. I am going to miss all of you, be it colleagues, employees, bar members who have rocked with the fabric of my life during such long span of service career. But we are destined to go through every phase of life without recourse. Here, we cannot issue any writ to stop, to check the course of time. To my mind, the most powerful thing in the world is a time, and it plays its game in its own way, and it spares nobody from its own routine chart. And obviously, I cannot be an exception. As a person, I do believe that first and foremost necessity of a human being is being human, and humanity should be our race. Each of us will be remembered only for our deeds, not for the glory and the good qualification and earthly achievement. We carry nothing at the end of life, but we can leave some imprint in someone's heart. On a personal note, I can reveal that I came from a very humble background, and after lots of struggle in my life, I have reached this place. I have been deprived from my parental care, love and affection, as my father died when I was class 5, and I could not remember his face properly, as he used to work outside, being a tea garden employee. My mother turned bedridden because of severe health complexity when I was class 8. By this time, my only elder brother was married, and as I had 8 brothers and being the only daughter at the time, had to attend my ailing mother all through my educational life. I had to thus pursue my studies in extreme difficult situation, because of which I had to wind up my inner urge to go for higher studies and to opt for whatever course was available in my home district or heart. However, I can proudly say that I never felt absence of my parents because of the warmth, love and affection of my brothers and sister-in-laws who were a constant source of my inspiration. And I am thankful to all of them for their care and support from my core of heart. I have been in the system of justice dispensations for 33 years, 6 months, 29 days, and I enrich myself with wonderful experiences while working in different levels. Initially, when we joined as a second class magistrate, getting 875 plus basic pay and gross salary of rupees 1,735 without basic annuities, which are available in the present days. We used to write orders and judgment by hand, used to work to court to avoid extra expenses, check out temptations to luxury trash malls and cuisine, and had to search for suitable and cheaper rented house after every transfer. In those days, difficulties were faced by the judicial officer was immense. But finally, difficulties faced by the judicial officers will recognize with the final verdict given by the Supreme Court in the famous case All India Judges Association versus Union of India, 1992, AIR 165. And the service condition of officers gradually updated. Even in all adversity, we always try to uphold the dignity of the institution so that there will be no erosion of faith of the people in judiciary. I am grateful to Almighty for giving me the opportunity for serving this great institution, which is the repository of all hopes, aspirations of all sections of people in the society, with the justice and equity. I, within my capacity, tried my level best to behold the glory of the institution and always remain true to my conscience. Here I want to put on record my appreciation to honorable brother and sister judges for their warm and good company. Together we spent significant period of time in the High Court, the memory of which I will carry till the end of my life. I could not avail the opportunity to work with our present Honorable Chief Justice, who has recently assumed the office, and I offer my heartfelt gratitude to the Lordship for your care and concern shown to us since the day of joining. I sincerely acknowledge the moral support extended by my senior colleague, Mrs. Hitesh, who guided us as a mentor, and your Lordship guidance was precious to all of us in running the affairs of the institution. The company of Justice L.S. Samir and Justice Michael Zittan was always encouraging and cordial to me. Likewise, the personality of Honorable Mr. Justice Nemal Patel, with an easygoing approach and smiling face and noble heart, is a great source for inspiration for me. I also admire the high standard of probity, in-depth knowledge, understanding and foresightedness borne by Mr. Suman Shah. I appreciate the warmth of other sister and brother judges who always maintain a healthy atmosphere with decency. I offer my gratitude to all of you. I also offer heartfelt gratitude to all the members of the bar for their supportive behavior, maintaining a decorum of the court and showing concern to the litigants, which is a reflection of professionalism and sensitivity of the members of the bar. I appreciate the robust and dedicated and untiring staff of registry who are always devoted to their works irrespective of difficult times, and even during the pandemic period of COVID-19, they entirely worked for the institution. I also wish to record my appreciation to the staff of my court, the courtmasters, Pater Sekia, Ananta Basso, the private secretaries, Manoranjan Bhavan, Bina Chakraborty, Dorothy Singh Gayatri, law clerk, Teresa Taka, and ushers and chauffeurs and court attendants whose sincere and rampant assistance is remarkable, and they worked in a very cordial and united manner, and because of their dedication, functioning of the court was smooth and comfortable. Success of every institution depends upon the efficiency of staff and employees. While talking about the majesty of the High Court, we must acknowledge the hard and dedicated work of the staff, employees, officers of the court, without whose contribution we cannot carry forward the glory of the institution. I offer my heartfelt gratitude to each one of the employees of the High Court for carrying the painstaking hard work. I believe the Honorable Justices will extend possible help to redress the grievances of the employees whenever it come up before the Honorable Justices. While working as an executive chairperson of Himachal Pradesh Legal Service Authority, I found the then member Mrs. Jopal Sai and her staff worked hard for implementing the various programs under the NALSA, and I appreciate their dedicated hard working in a difficult terrains of the Himachal Pradesh. I express heartfelt gratitude to all the staff bodies of the Himachal Pradesh State Legal Service Authority for their assistance in completing the assigned work in all the time in an excellent manner. I also respectfully remember the great personality whom I kept in the treasury of my memories, and they are Mr. Justice J. Shalameshwar, Honorable Justice A.S. Dupanna, the then Chief Justice of Guwahati High Court, then Honorable Justice P.P. Sharma, now retired, and Honorable Mrs. Ujjal Bhuya for their vitality, simplicity, and the way of their concern shown to all sections of people. During my service, I was mostly concerned with whole pendency of cases which could not be reduced to the expected level, despite the base effort. New institution of cases are increased, which consumed much time of the court, leaving less time to attend the old pending cases. Perhaps eccentric action plan needs to be put in place to take care of suspect. Bar member can also extend possible support to resolve such an important aspect, which will obviously help in developing the better and effective justice delivery system. I wish sincere regards to all of you and conclude and say goodbye with a quote from a poem, Assamese poem written by Sandathar Bola. It is Dhulikona Moi. Judina Morim Moi, Hidina Baru Logotor, any Hari Hobo, Morilone Asu Moi, a Patakan Prithivi Kimanazan. Moi Morilo, Dingole at Hugo, Zulbari Tora, Laite Pico, Osat Bata Hulu, Enis Paten of Kotoku. Aji Dori Nites of Got Soligo, Night at Hong Davis of Hong Kong, Unio, Lord Sorrow of Hong Moi no more by a chocoto, no come Purina. Among people, they become with some more among the Sir of Comfortably, Matto, a people history, since I indicate, even in my absence, the world will go in their own way, being a simple part of tasks in the world. My absence in the course of time will march, and I wish that our every mind should have in Holy Spirit, having regards and affection to every soul we meet in the process of our journey. We thank you to all. Thank you.
May we now have the honor of a reply by Honorable Mr. Justice Hitesh Kumar Sarma.
Honorable Chief Justice, Honorable Justice and Court Justice, Judge and Executive Department, Honorable Sister and Brother Judges, Mr. Bimal Chetty, Vice President Guwahati High Court Bar Association, Shweta Mono, President Guwahati High Court Advocate Association, Mr. Gajanan Sahewala, Chairman, any Bar Council, Dilip Mojumdar, Additional Advocate General Assam, Mr. Diganta Das, Advocate General in Mizoram, B.D. Usam, Additional Advocate General Arunachal Pradesh, Mr. R.K.T. Choudhury, Assistant SGI, M. Kish, Government Advocate Nagaland, Mr. H.K. Das, Standing Counsel, Guwahati High Court, Learned members of the bar, judicial officers, the officers and staff of the Guwahati High Court, ladies and gentlemen. I cannot express the turbulence running through my nerves and veins at this moment. That this day will come was certain and has not come unexpectedly. But I have been emotional on my personal front, realizing that this day was approaching and this fact was hunting me every passing moment. This was not even in my dream that I would be holding a constitutional position with judge. A boy born in a small village who did not have a mentor to lead his way, nor had angels come into his dreams to show him beautiful dreams and say, look, this is a path you have to follow, and that is your destiny. I have a humble beginning. My father, with his limited earnings, brought up all of us, 5 brothers and 1 sister. I have lost my youngest brother, Vasanto, 2 years back, who had joined my swearing ceremony as judge of this court on 19/5/2017. I miss him very much today. My younger brother, Minal, supported me in all respect, including necessary financial assistance in pursuing my legal studies in Guwahati. He had to sacrifice his personal wishes, priorities and preferences to a great extent. I acknowledge with gratitude that I am standing and speaking before you for the support he had extended to me at a time I really needed it. My another younger brother, Ramkrishna, joined banking service before I joined as magistrate, extended all kinds of support to me. I have treasured in my heart such gestures shown by my brothers forever. Though my father was not a rich person in terms of money, he was rich in terms of principles and values. He gave all of his sons and daughters rich principles and values to inherit. I tried my best to practice and preserve those principles and values in both my personal as well as professional life. I don't know to what extent I have been able to do so, but I honestly believe that I have not done anything in life consciously against those strong values, morals and principles. What I am today is, to a large extent, for those values, morals and principles. And I remember my father very much in every stage of my life. My mother was a simple lady with abundant love and affection to serve, and she suffered a lot in raising us. She sacrificed every single wish of herself so that she could give us the best. Her support, guidance and advices have made it possible for me to successfully jump all the hurdles in life. Without the teachings of my parents, I would have not been able to reach this position. While studying law at Guwahati, I got appointed as a clerk in Brahmaputra Court. I have worked there for about 14 months. After the result of the final LLB examination was declared, I resigned from the job on 25/10/1985 and then joined Kolkata Bar as an advocate on 30/10/1985. After practicing law at Kolkata Bar for about 3 years, I joined the Assam Judicial Service. I fondly remember the love and affection of the members of the Kolkata Bar Association and the support and guidance I received from advocates Muhammad Ali, Hoshchut Chaudhary, Khairul Islam and Robin Das. All these stalwarts of the Kolkata Bar are no longer alive, but I acknowledge their contributions in making me the man I am today. I have been in Judicial since December 1988, till then holding various positions, starting from the Judicial Magistrate second class to that of a High Court Judge for a period spanning over a period of 33 years, 6 months and 24 days. Therefore, the courts, the lawyers, the court staffs are so closely connected to my heart, and I will feel pain even to take a breath without being in their midst. But one thing I must admit today, both my wife and daughter, who are very much present here today, suffered a lot for me and my profession. I could not give them the time which they needed, especially to my daughter. I don't know how she grew up. Her mother took all care for her. I devoted my time and energy in my profession. I I worked for nearly 10 years in the registry of this court, and I worked almost in every position, from Deputy Registrar to Registrar General, except the position of Deputy Registrar Judicial. Apart from working in the registry, I also had a good opportunity of serving as LR and Secretary, Judicial Department, Government of Assam, for about slightly less than 1.5 years, and also as in charge Assam State Legal Services Authority for some time. There are a lot of situations, good and bad, to share with you, but I'll share one incident for which I still regret. And today I beg apology to my wife in public. It was in the year 2003, on a particular day, where a staff of the High Court bench section was working overtime past midnight to prepare cause lists according to the new system introduced by the then Honorable Chief Justice. And incidentally, on that day, I had to leave office early as I suddenly fell ill. But I had to come back at midnight with my Maruti car at the request of the staff of the bench section to drop them in their respective residences. My wife was at my home place on that day, and my daughter, studying in class 2, was staying with me. I had to leave her all alone in my house so that I can attend to the call of the duty at such odd hours. On my wife's return on the next day, I told her about this incident. She did not approve the same and became very emotional, and tears rolled down from her eyes. I did not dare to console her, as I could realize that how a woman who has murdered a single child after about 5.5 years of her marriage could feel in a situation like this. But now I realize that it is a mistake on my part to keep my daughter all alone in the midnight. Now from tomorrow, I shall have ample time, but my daughter, now married and pursuing her legal profession in New Delhi, would not be able to give me time. There is a circle, this is a circle. Each and every one of us is bound to this. So now I realize that those golden moments are gone forever, never to come back, giving another opportunity to live my life again. I thank my wife, Kamala, and daughter, Trishita, for the core of my heart, for bearing me and supporting me in spite of all odds, and also apologize for not giving them time when needed. But I don't regret for that. My institution wanted my services, and I gave my services to my institution in the best possible way. It was my solemn duty to serve my institution, which I believe I did with utmost honesty, sincerity, dedication. Institution was, is, and will always be my first and foremost priority, which will be my last breath. So my personal inconveniences and losses are of no match to the greater interest of the institution. And I am proud to be a part of my institution, and proud that I could serve it whenever my service was required and called for. From my experience, I have learned that one must try to keep a balance between his personal and professional life. Both must not be mixed up. In my early life, I did not realize this utter truth. I would like to tell the young members of the bar and service, judicial service, to keep a balance between their personal and professional lives, so that one does not overshadow the other. I would like to tell the young and budding lawyers that it is not possible to win each and every case in a court of law, but it is more than possible to work hard on the brief with integrity, honesty, sincerity, and devotion to the responsibilities saddled with the brief. If a lawyer can do so, he can claim to have discharged his duties successfully and to the best of his ability. During my tenure as judicial officer, I served in 8 different stations. The learned members of the bar, all the stations, have shown love, affection, and respect to me, apart from giving sufficient legal assistance in the court in rendering justice, and I will cherish in my heart such cordial relationship with different bars forever. I have enjoyed my tenure as judge of this High Court. The bar of the High Court is very rich in all respect and is second to none. I acknowledge his deepest sense of gratitude that the members of the bar have treated me with greatest kindness, in spite of the shortcomings in me. They all have rendered necessary legal assistance to me in discharging my duty as a judge. To err is human, no one is infallible. Therefore, I humbly request the learned members of the bar to condone me for any omission or commission which might have hurt them. I also express my heartfelt gratitude to the honorable judges of this court for the guidance and support extended to me during my tenure as judge and also during my tenure in the registry of this court. I sat in division bench with the then Honorable Chief Justice Judicial, Honorable Mr. Justice Hitesh Sir, Honorable Mr. Justice Kumar Goswami, as they were then, Honorable Mr. Justice N. Singh, Honorable Mr. Justice Manas Patel, Honorable Mr. Justice Manjit Bhuya, as he then was, Honorable Mr. Justice Suman Shyam, Honorable Mr. Justice Kaushik Kamalna Bhujagoya, and Mr. Justice Mir Alpaz Ali, since retired, Honorable Mr. Justice Kolyan Surana, Honorable Mr. Justice Sankup San Charto, and Mr. Justice Prasad Kumar Dekar, since retired, and every sitting in the division bench with such senior judges was a tremendous learning experience, and I acknowledge the same from the core of my heart with profound gratitude. I also fondly recall my association with Honorable Mr. Justice Jamil, Honorable Mr. Justice Michael Jathampuka, Honorable Mrs. Justice Rumi Kumari Phukan, Honorable Mr. Justice Nelson Sairo, Honorable Mr. Justice Ajit Bhattakut, Honorable Mr. Justice Chandra Kumar Meti, Honorable Mr. Justice Nanit Dagia, Honorable Mr. Justice Manish Chaudhary, Honorable Mr. Justice Soumitra Saikia, Honorable Mr. Justice Parthiv Jyoti Saikia, Honorable Mr. Justice Robin Phukan, Honorable Mr. Justice Keketo Sema, Honorable Mr. Justice Devashish Boga, Honorable Mrs. Justice Manasi Nandi, Honorable Mr. Justice Mali Ankar, Honorable Mr. Justice Owen Dev Chaudhary. I will carry the good memories of the moments shared with each one of them in my heart forever. My fellow judicial officers, while I was in the service, were very helpful and supportive to me, for which I could render my services effectively as Registrar General of this court. I thank the members of the registry, led by Mr. Gautam Dola, for all the support. I would also like to express my heartfelt gratitude to the officers and staff of the High Court who always helped me in discharging my duties in the registry in various capacities, as well as the result of this court. I also extend my gratitude to Indrajit Singh, Hoina Fong, and Nilakshi Sokarwati, private secretaries, Gautam Kumar Das, and Anil Kumar Sinha, courtmasters, the Asas, Gulal Gaur, and Mugai Kumar, and other grateful staffs, namely Kalhat Doro, Sonindra Das, and Dibyojyoti Bolo, and Sofas, Oyu Sharma, and Manoj Kumar Dekar for their assistance and services rendered in discharging my duty as a judge of this court. There is much in my heart to pour out before this assembly, but I restrict myself because of time constraints. I convey my gratitude to the Honorable Chief Justice for kind words spoken about me in his Japanese address. I am humbled for the appreciation made by his dogs. Also, I am overwhelmed by the words of appreciation spoken about me by the members of the legal fraternity. Before concluding my speech, adieu to all my friends and members of the legal fraternity. Would I could bless you all to my heart. Thank you for these few words.
Farewell address is now concluded.
Anna.